Hey everyone, Sarah here, welcome back. Over the past few months, let's see, February, March, and April, I couldn't find any of my footage, and so I'm kind of doing a cumulative, broken up wrap-up of those months. I'm going to do some of the nonfiction that I've read over those past 3 months. There are only a few of them, so this should be pretty short and succinct here, and then hopefully I will get back on track with my normal wrap-ups again. And I'm in this weird direction because the sun was in my eyes, and our backyard is a mess because we got a new septic tank. So if you're just popping in now and didn't get all of that from some of my other videos, then that's what's going on. So nonfiction wise, I read 5 different things that could be considered nonfiction. One of them is Who Said I'd Never Dance Again by Darla Davies. This is a memoir about how she had hip replacement surgery and got back to ballroom dancing and winning championships. I have a lot I could say about this book in a way, but I honestly just don't want to get into it because this is a book for a very specific audience. This is a book for athletes who are having hips replaced. And so I don't know if many of you are athletes who need their hips replaced. And then there, in between, there's a lot of gloating about how wonderful she is. Yes, I said it. And I could say even more about that too, being that I'm a ballroom dancer. So I think the things that she does say about having your hip replaced and the motivation and hard work that it takes to get back your functionality were right on point though. It's worthwhile for that specific audience, but otherwise you do not need to pick it up. I also read The Soul of an Octopus, A Surprising Exploration into the Wonder of Consciousness by Cy Montgomery. Finally, I read this. I adored it. It's about octopus. Which is the correct way to say it, octopuses, and how smart they are and how interesting they are, and it's basically a love story to the octopus. It made me think of these creatures in a very different way. I think that I will appreciate them a lot more and what goes into the care of them a lot more now that I've read this book. Next time I go to an aquarium, I'll have lots of things to think about if there's an octopus there. I recommend this. This is definitely a great nonfiction read for people. It's very accessible. It's not a textbook. So for people who don't normally read nonfiction, this is a very good place to go. I briefly want to mention that I read the Kido Quits Quick Start, Beginner's Guide to a Whole Foods Ketogenic Diet by Diane Sanfilippo. I was briefly keto for a while. I cannot tolerate dairy. I am lactose intolerant, so some of that didn't really work for me, which was really unfortunate because I do feel really well when I eat that way. But it was a very good book and it had some good recipes in it. So I thought I'd give it a little shouting it out. I read an essay by Carl Hyacin, Assume the Worst, the graduation speech you'll never hear. That's what it looks like. I got it from the library. Do not buy this book, okay? It's a little hardcover and it's got 20 pages in it. Don't do it. And it's very depressing in a way. I don't know if I would give it to the graduates in your life. Seriously pessimistic, harsh realities. I loved it myself because he's right, but I'm also an adult and not facing life. So I had to kind of give it a 3-star there because it was a little bit too much, I think. In case you didn't know, my daughter and I got into a Doctor Who fast. We watched Doctors 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 over maybe 2 months. In other words, you're really not supposed to do that. It was a lot of Doctor Who, but we are complete Whovians now. And so I read this, Doctor Who The Vault. It had all kinds of fun stuff about Doctor Who and the show, and it was really, really cool. And We are complete crazy people now. In case you didn't know. Now you know. Totally crazy. My daughter had to have it, so now it's going to go back to her room now that I've showed it to you. But don't buy this, not unless you have lots of gift cards. That is the nonfiction that I devoured over the past months, and I will talk to you later. Bye.